Hello, in today's video I will be making beef and cheese enchiladas, so stick around and join me today on Sandra's Homespun Life. Here are the items that I'll be using in today's recipe. I have a 13 by 9 casserole dish, and I will be lightly spraying this with vegetable oil spray when I go to put the enchiladas in there. I'm going to use 1 pound of ground beef, approximately 2 cups of cheddar cheese, a cup of mozzarella. If you have Monterey Jack, that will work just as good. I'm going to be using a 15-ounce can of this cheese, 1 large can of enchilada sauce, about 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 to 2 teaspoons of cumin, a little bit of salt to season the ground beef, and then approximately 8 to 10 flour tortillas. Okay, my first step is going to be frying the ground beef. So what I've done is I've placed my skillet on my burner and turned the burner to about a medium-high heat, and I've allowed that to come up to temperature. So for right now, I'm just going to put the ground beef into the skillet. I'm going to chop the ground beef up. And I'm just going to continue to cook this until it's nice and brown and no longer pink. And then we'll pick up for the next step from there. Okay, my ground beef has cooked through, and I went ahead and drained the excess grease and fat off of it. So my next step is to empty the can of nacho cheese into the hamburger. And I'm going to turn this burner down to low. And next I'm going to add my seasonings, which is 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I used 1 teaspoon of cumin and about a half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to stir that really well and get it really well combined. And now I'm just going to turn off my burner and give this another stir a little to get it finished melted and combined. Okay, and then we're ready to fill our flour tortillas. For my next step, I placed 10 flour tortillas on my counter. I like to space them and spread them all out at one time. It's just easier to divide up the filling. So what I'm going to do right now is spoon some of the hamburger and cheese mixture into each one of these flour tortillas. And after I have them all filled with that, I will be going back over them with a little bit of the mozzarella cheese and sprinkle over top each one of those. So I always just start out adding a little bit of the filling to begin with. And if I feel the need, I can go back and spoon some more of the mixture into the tortilla if it needs it. So now I'm just going to roll each one of these up. Okay, after I've rolled all the flour tortillas, I now get out my glass casserole dish, and I have lightly sprayed this with some vegetable oil spray, and that helps with the cleanup after you empty your dish. And next, I'm going to pour some of the enchilada sauce into the bottom of my dish. And I just eyeball it. I might use half the can to put a layer in the bottom of the dish. And then after I put the enchiladas in there, I'll pour maybe most or the rest, according to how far it spreads out, over top of the enchiladas. Next, I'm going to place each one of the flour tortillas into my baking dish. And I'm going to place them seam side down. Okay, next I'm going to pour some more of the enchilada sauce over top of the enchiladas. Okay, now another tip I want to tell you about the enchilada sauce. When I open my cans, I don't open the lid completely. I just cut a small slit in the top and then a bigger one at the bottom, and that way I can just pour the enchilada sauce out instead of trying to pour it into another cup or anything like that. But you do what works for you. Now my next step is just putting some more of the mozzarella cheese over top of the tortillas, or the enchiladas at this point, whatever you want to call them. Now I'm just going to use what I had left. I didn't have much left. And next I'm going to place the cheddar cheese over top of that. Okay, I used approximately 2 cups of the cheddar cheese, or pretty close to it. I usually don't measure out my cheeses too much for this kind of recipe. I just kind of go with what I want. Now my enchiladas are ready to go into the oven. Preheat it to 350 degrees, and I will be placing this in the oven to bake for approximately 30 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed my video. If so, please remember to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment and share my video. And if you'd like to be notified each time I upload a new video, be sure to click on the notification bell below. Be sure to check out my social media links, and thank you for watching.